Hey there, welcome to Old Man Runner. Today I'm going to review 2020, or half of 2020, because I started making videos on July 1st, and I'm going to look at some things that went well, some not so well, some kit I liked, some kit I didn't like, and try and review the year and maybe say the best of. I'm also going to try and set some targets for 2021, the first of which is to just get through it. I'm going to look at a lot of different bits of kit. I think there's 14 shoes on the table here. I won't go through them in detail, don't worry. But there's more detailed descriptions on videos on nearly all of them, and I'll put those in the links below. And most of you will know, if you've watched this channel regularly, that I usually like to start with some running clips, so we look at those first. I spent the last 6 months figuring out how to film my running shoes and running experiences. And I've just got a small extract here of one of my favorites when I went out on the beach to test the On Running Cloud Venture Waterproof, closely followed by my dog Jasper. I'll put a link to the full video at the end of this. As well as the filming of the running, there's also the editing, and that's taken a long time to improve. And my favorite editing clip is when I did my running caps video, and I'll insert a little piece here, and it's a little trickier than it looks. So maybe slow it down, you'll see what's really going on. Okay, let's look at what I think is the best innovation as far as I've seen in 2020. And that would go to this, the Hoka One Clifton Edge. I'll get to talking about it more later in the video, but it has a huge base plate. I think it's quite innovative, and I don't think Hoka really knew how to market it, but having run it a bit, you can see it's a bit worn. I've figured out what it is. My second great innovation, which didn't make it into any video particularly, is this Viz running hat. It's winter at the moment here in Ireland, and it's dark in the evenings, and this is hugely beneficial. It's bright as can be on your head, and it doesn't suffer from the limitations of some of the Viz stuff in that it's totally vented with lots of little holes. Great piece of safety. I love gadgets, and in 2020 my favorite is actually the cheapest thing that's on this table. This little Ron Hill magnetic LED button light. It consists of two pieces. Really, there's a base plate which is magnetic, and then into it sits this is a one with the cap removed, but into it sits another small little magnetic item which has a battery in it. The battery's below that, below the circuitry, and they just all pretty much go together. They're magnetic, really cheap, really easy to use. You can do different, you can have constant or flashing or blinking or whatever on earth you feel like doing. But for me, fantastic. And at €10 or €12.50 or £10, really cheap. Couldn't find them in the United States, but they're bound to be there. I'm sure they're made in China. The battery comes from Shenzhen, so should be available in the States somewhere. My next favorite innovation or new thing in 2020 was the training plans on the Stryd Footpod. I think they still, this thing is still flat. This thing is still flashing. The one thing that's tricky with this is trying to know when you've actually got it off. And it's not just on one of its weird cycles, but we'll go again. So the Stryd Footpod is one of my favorite gadgets linking directly to the watch, or hopefully another watch at some point in time. But they introduced new training plans. Really like them. They're not without their flaws. I'll do another video probably in 3 or 4 weeks. But I think it's great. It's a great innovative start. I also think this HOVR by Under Armour it's a tremendous system. If you want to start getting into metrics with your running, a HOVR shoe by Under Armour is a relatively inexpensive, $130 or thereabouts. Weigh in, and you get a lot of data that maps to Map My Run. It's cheap and it's easy and gives you a flavor for whether you like that sort of data and starting collecting it. My favorite nutrition of 2020 is Morton's. I'd like to describe how it tastes, but I can't because it really doesn't seem to have any flavor whatsoever. This is the gel, and it also comes in a drink mix in 2 different strengths that you mix in these sort of bottles and glug it away. It's very easy to drink. It's totally benign on your stomach. So, and it's a kind of good base layer. You can drink this and then take something else on top of it if you want a bit more flavor, like a little bit of banana or dried fruit or something. But very easy to take, and on a marathon distance, you can get sick of all that sugary stuff that all the other stuff has. Yeah, this would be my favorite. Right, let's start at the top, the head. The best running hat. I already gave an honorable mention to this one. That Pro Viz hat didn't make my best hats video, nor did this because it didn't arrive by then. But this is a Janji hat, and what I really like and used the other day is this little pouch, which I can put keys or credit card or whatever. Sometimes when you've so much stuff going on down here, it's really handy. This features in my least watched video of 2020, which was about running with cars and keys. And anyway, have a watch if you feel like it. But my favorite one, my favorite cap, or what I think is the best overall, is this Under Armour cap, Armour Vent cap. I have it in white, which you might have seen in the previous video about reflectivity. And also I have it in this blue. It's super cheap, and with Under Armour, at least in Europe or in Ireland, there's free shipping on any amount. I think these are less than €20. Nice long bib or bill, nice curved. It's great hat. Well, it wouldn't be 2020 without the best mask, would it? So I have a lot of these. This is a Snood by Buff, double layered now. You can probably still hear me without any bother. I did a test of all these. This is great for being able to go out and have a lot of flexibility. But after a while, it tends to fall down a bit. So that, you know, if you're running longer distances or more seriously, this has its limitations. And so for the longer distances, and so for the marathon, I wore this Under Armour sports mask, which is super comfortable, easy to get on. Again, you can still hear me through it. You'll probably see the glasses fogging up slightly. I wore 4 of these for the marathon. I just took them off each time at the drink station. Oh, yeah, you could be. Fired those off and then put a new one on. Superb mask. Hopefully you won't have to use it too much in 2021. The best running top. Well, in t-shirts, I really like this one. This Under Armour Heat Gear, I think it is. I'll put the link in the descriptions. But my favorite overall is this, the Soar Running Elite Windbreaker. I can go out in 0 temperatures or freezing and run around. So that's 32 in Fahrenheit, 0 centigrade, and run out in that single layer and not be cold. When it's raining, I like to wear this one. It's a slightly thicker. It's the all-weather jacket, I think 2.0. It's waterproof, but one of the things I really love about this jacket is it doesn't feel like an anorak or a wind cheater or one of those. I mean, I have lots of them upstairs that I go running in, but I prefer to run in this. It feels more like a running top, and then you can wear any sort of hat that you might want to wear that'll keep the rain off. So again, if it's winter time, I can wear the Pro Viz at nighttime, and it's keeping all the rain off my head and keeping the glasses dry, more importantly, I suppose. And yeah, so I love that top, but my top of the year would be that one. I made a whole video earlier in the year about shorts, and the 2 winners stay that way. Lined versus unlined. Now in the winter time, because it's colder, I'm mainly running in tights. So I'm not wearing as many of these as I would otherwise do. But I did, the best online shorts are these Path Project Graves. I really like them, super comfortable. What I like about them is I like the ordinary daytime pockets, but they zip up. So if you put something in it, you don't lose it. There's another zip there. There's a pocket on the back. They look stylish, they're lightweight. Absolutely love these shorts. And for line shorts, these are the ones I ran for the marathon. These are Janji 2-in-1 transverse. I've forgotten the name of the color, but I'll put it in the links. Super comfortable shorts. And I said in the previous video on them, slots at the back, which can take water bottles, 2 water bottles. There's a thigh support for your phone, which is my overall personal favorite. Narrowly beating out the Speed Pocket by Under Armour that I'll make a video of. And there's a nice little keychain slot at the front so you don't lose your keys. So these great shorts. I have these in 2 different colors. The best compression sleeves for 2020. Well, for my arms, I really like these ones by Unsanctioned. What I like about this sleeve is it's got 2 pockets on it, which you can fit gels into, or you can clip a light onto, or you could put keys or a credit card or whatever it is you wanted to put in it. But again, another handy way of carrying things when you're out running, and they work nicely, keep your arms warm. My favorite compression for my legs are these Soar calf sleeves, Soar running. These are really superb. I have a couple of compression socks, but the problem I have with the compression socks is they're really hard to get on. Most of them laddered, not that that matters that much, but just putting them on is an ordeal. Now, putting these on is actually a little bit of an ordeal as well, but less of an ordeal. And once these are on, they feel fantastic. So I'm mainly running these in the summer, but for longer runs, these are the ones of choice for me. For the best socks of 2020, I mean, I have a lot of running socks, and I mean, I've got some by Features, and let's see, there's a variety of them. Hilly, there's a Ron Hill. There's a variety of socks that I have that I run around in, but my favorite are the ones by Roque. Not any particular sock. I have the longer Vigor compression sock, but again, as I said, I love the look of these, and you'll have seen these in quite a few videos. But again, these are hard to put on, and they laddered, unfortunately, a little bit. But these are probably my favorite ones. I think these are, well, no, maybe these are Razor. Yeah, I think these are Razor, same color, Eco White. They have a little right and left, which are pretty good. I also have them in blue. And I like these ones if you're looking for a really small sock below ankle. These I think are called Agile in papaya. So overall, I'm not particularly, I think there's a lot of really good running socks out there. I tend not to change, so I'll stick with the Roque. Also, I mean, they are, or they say they are, pretty environmentally friendly and made of a lot of recycled ocean plastic, which can only be good. The best running accessory for 2020. Well, for me, it's not an accessory. It's these, the Really Project ride and running glasses. Fantastic. These are, I have been raving about these ever since I got them. I made a whole video a couple of weeks ago about them. They're superb, really comfortable, respond very quickly to the light. I've been using them exclusively since. I can read the watch, I can read text messages, I can do stuff that I need to do when I'm out. I can make this video. So we'll keep going with these. These are great. They're very lightweight. I think they're 36 grams, including the prescription lenses. I think maybe 26 without. Again, I'll put the details in the link below. Okay, laid out here are the 14 different shoes that I ran in 2020. I say 14, I ran in 15, but I sent the Brooks Bedlam back, so they're not here. Not a bad shoe, but they weren't for me. So the first shoe, I suppose, is I just absolutely love this shoe, the Hoka One Carbon X. This one is just worn out. Got these in Nashville last Christmas, or in Murfreesboro in Tennessee. Went running in Nashville at Christmas. Fantastic shoe. Looking forward to its replacement. I think there's Carbon X2 out pretty soon, which I'm definitely going to try. This is the Under Armour HOVR. I have 3 pairs of these. This is the Phantom SC in various colors, very worn. Great shoe, served me well for when I was going to work and then doing a lot of sort of running at lunchtime kind of stuff. Less important now because most of us are working from home. But a great shoe. I haven't felt an urgent desire to get its replacement, but I may do at some stage. I bought this, the On Running Cloud Nova, earlier on in the year. It was white when I got it because it was available in very limited colorways. They're available much more now. And I kind of got this to try and replace the Under Armour. It's a really, really nice shoe to run in. I don't run it very often. I made a video of me running in it once, but it's largely what I would try and walk in the summer. So I've got to figure out how to clean this a bit better. But other than that, it's a great shoe. Not one I run in very often. I started the year, I've had Transcends, as you've probably seen in numerous videos. I've had a whole load of them from Brooks. This was the Transcend 6. It's pretty worn. This is my second Transcend 6 of the year, which I wore into this year. Replaced by this, the Transcend 7, which has just over 300k on it, or about 186 miles on it. Love this shoe. I'm going to run it a little bit more. I haven't seen any announcement about a Transcend 8, but a really good plush, comfy shoe for running around in. A shoe I didn't really take to. It's the one I love putting on. The feel of sticking this on is like, it's just fantastic. This is a New Balance Fresh Foam 1080 V10. It's been replaced or updated, I guess. There's about 300 kilometers in this shoe, but I don't know, didn't do an awful lot for me. This, on the other hand, I'm expecting to, the New Balance Fuel Cell RC Elite. I really like the shoe. I've only run in it for the purposes of making the initial video and a couple of early runs. We'll probably try and run the next marathon at the end of February in this, or maybe a couple of shoes that arrive, but most likely this. I like running in it, just don't want to wear it out before the big race. I always struggle with the name of this shoe. I don't know what it's about. I mean, it's an On Running. It's a Cloud Stratus. I think I've called it Cloud Nimbus a couple of times. I really love the appearance of the shoe. I bought it as a long distance comfort shoe for easy days. I love the appearance of it. I love all the detailing, but it doesn't, you know, it's not my favorite shoe. I don't look forward to running in it. I kind of stick it on and just go off in it, but it's not one I look forward to. We're working our way up to the ones I really do look forward to running in. I like running in this, the Rincon 1's been replaced with Rincon 2 by Hoka One. A lot of people complain it doesn't last that long. There's nearly 300k. I'm trying to get a lot of these shoes to 300k so I can sort of do a comparison. But it's got about 300k in it. I haven't felt it losing too much pep, but maybe I just haven't noticed. It's a shoe I like. I use it for tempo days. I bought the Clifton, this Clifton 7 by Hoka One. Haven't run it very much simply because I've been running in other shoes and trying to get miles into them to get them to 300k. There's probably only a couple of runs in this, but I'm just going to run these today. So I'm going to start wearing these more intensively. I like the feeling of them, very plush, nice and comfy. So I'm looking forward to figuring these out. For me, the most disappointing shoe of 2020, the Hoka One Rocket X, it doesn't do anything for me. I don't know whether I've got a very wide foot and this is too narrow, but yeah, I was hoping for something. I'm also not quite sure where Hoka are positioning this. Some say it's lighter than the Carbon X and faster, but for me, and I did sprints the other day, I did stride training in them, still didn't do anything for me. To me, it's just a mushy shoe. So kind of looking forward to getting to 300k and sawing them in half to just see what on earth, where the carbon plate that's in here is and what it's doing. On the other hand, I adore this shoe. If I've only one shoe out of these 14 that I had to pick to just go running, it would be this. The Hoka One Carbon X SPE, my Stryd Footpod sitting on top of it. Love running the shoe. I think I did 23k at the weekend at it. I've run a marathon in it. For long tempo days, this is actually my favorite shoe. It's nice and wide. I have a wide foot. I'm not very tall, but I have a wide foot. And this is easily my favorite shoe for running around in the longer runs. I think it's hard to beat this shoe. I always love putting it on. This SPE model is slightly different to the Carbon X in the uppers, but no real other appreciable difference. But I also love this colorway. I love sticking this shoe on. That would be my third favorite shoe, but if I had only one shoe I could take, I'd take that one, but we'll try and explain. This, my number 2 shoe of the year, the Hoka One Cloud Venture Waterproof. I wear these every day. I've only probably run about 40-50k in these in the wet, but I've worn them. I go to the beach twice a day with the dog, so I'm walking a kilometer in the morning, a kilometer in the evening in them. I've walked around town. I've gone for runs when it's wet. They're starting to wear a lot along here and here, but I'm putting these through seawater. We went through, myself and Liam went running out on the south wall in like water over our ankles here. And then the back wore out a bit, as did a bit of my ankle, because I was wearing those Agile socks, which are below ankle, which probably was not the best idea. But my overall favorite of this year, my favorite shoe, is one that started off very badly. We started off with a very bad relationship with this Hoka One Clifton Edge. It cut me here. Again, I was wearing these small socks, and it's got a sharp tongue. But this is the shoe I wear at night in the dark on uneven ground. It's ground, I know, but it's gone up over a hill, but there's ridges and there's a few bits and pieces on uneven ground. And just the sheer size of this is very comforting to me. I can get over the dips and the pits and the holes. Fantastically comfortable shoe when you're running in that kind of environment. It's very hard on the Hoka site to see what they're targeting at. I mean, yes, they tell you it's got a bigger heel, but that's what it's really useful for. When the ground is uneven and you're not 100% sure of your footing, this is the shoe. And the reason I make this my shoe of the year is it's simply not available in any. I mean, there's waterproof shoes by other people, and there's fast races and there's carbon plates, but only Hoka make this kind of mad shoe. So hats off. As soon as the second this is replaced with a newer version, I'm getting it, because it's the only shoe I can use in certain conditions. I mean, all these other shoes I can use and swap and change, but if I'm going out at night, which I do a couple of times a week, running over this hill in the dark, this is the shoe for me. Okay, so lastly, I'd like to reward for what I regard as the best thing a company can do, which is, apart from making the great products that they all make, is customer service. And this year, I found the customer service from John G to be absolutely extraordinary. How I had a minor color problem with one of the shorts on a Sunday afternoon, sent an email, not really expecting very much, and got an email back from the head of the company, and the problem was sorted immediately. That combined with the environmental work they're trying to do is fantastic. I just wish they could make it a little bit easier to buy stuff in Europe. I also got great customer service from Roque. I got the dress wrong on something I wanted, and again, they sorted out without any problem. Same with On Running. I needed a shipment sent to the United States instead of Europe at very short notice. Easily sorted out. So Running, really great independent company, and you can ask any questions and it comes back, and Rob and all the people there, it's really easy to do. Now, I hate bad customer service, and the worst I got, it was beyond tragic, was from a company called Runner INN. Avoid them like the plague. I was jerked around for 3 months until finally I had to cancel the damn order. So, yeah, I'll be avoiding those in 2021 and 2 and 3. Goals for 2021. Well, getting through it would be the first one. So let's see how we get on with that. In 2020, I ran 2,750 kilometers. Well, okay, there's 20 to go, which there's a couple of days left. And that's about 1,700 miles. And I hope to run the same amount next year. I'm really looking forward to doing it. I've really enjoyed it. Hopefully make some more videos, have a bit of fun. And I suppose for someone at my age, 57 or whatever I am, staying healthy is the number one thing. And all of this stuff on the table and behind me is the stuff that I use to help me stay healthy when I'm out running, which is the primary way of staying healthy. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's probably a bit long and long-winded, or any other videos I've made. To everyone who's watched anything or subscribed, thank you very much. It means a lot, and the feedback has been largely great. I like when people say, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. Most of those people tell me in person, but you're welcome to in the comments below. And likewise, if you have questions about anything or anything you think that you'd like me to have a look at, I'll happily do it, because I enjoy doing all that stuff. So thanks for watching. Have a great 2021. Until then, just keep running along.